Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video, which is my 29-week pregnancy update video. And I am thinking I am 1 week away from 30 weeks, which means then it's 10 weeks and then we're on countdown, as I say in every single video. Isn't it going really quickly? I mean, it is absolutely flying by. So what have I been up to in the past week? Well, I had a midwife appointment. Now, this was supposed to be my 28-week midwife appointment, but we couldn't do the 28 weeks, so I had it on my 29th week, which is perfectly fine. Anyway, we discussed the issue of birth. Is a big one, really, isn't it? Because, you know, it has to happen. And we were just discussing again the fact that, I tell you, pregnancy really has been eating my brain cells, because it wasn't a midwife appointment at all. It was actually an appointment to see my consultant over at the big hospital that I go to sometimes. It wasn't just a consultant visit, it was also a scan. Why am I having problems? Never mind. So yeah, I saw my consultant and I had a scan first. Right, so the baby is looking fantastic. We managed to see its face, still in 2D, it's not in 4D, but its face, and you can actually see the lenses of his eyes, which was fantastic. The detail was just really lovely, but it was a really quick scan and I didn't get any pictures or anything. They measured it and it's actually measuring between the 50th and the 90th centile for size and weight. So I think they figured it out to be 4 pounds in weight at 29 weeks. This is going to be a great big baby, I think. It's going to be a pretty big chunky baby, maybe a bit like George. I've always been measuring on the 50th and now it's just kind of stepped up a notch, so only time will tell, and future scans will see if we're still on that trajectory or if we're going to level back out to the 50th, but either way it doesn't matter as long as the baby is healthy. So then after the scan I spoke to my consultant and we had a really brief conversation about birth. I thought it was going to be more of a birth plan chat, but obviously it wasn't that time. I think there's another one going to be coming up, but he said to me, still, at the moment, he doesn't see any issue with me having a VBAC, which is fantastic. And he said he's quite happy to see me at 38 weeks now and not in between, which is actually really good news, because the more scans and appointments I have, it feels like the more worry there is. So he's quite happy for me to go for a bit of time without seeing him again. That said, I think I have to go to the specialist baby hospital still at 32 weeks. I'll have to check on that. But yeah, so I won't be seeing him for a little while, which actually made me feel quite like normal. Like there's nothing really to worry about, not that there should be. Obviously we still haven't had any tests done to see if our baby does have Down syndrome or not. That is going to be spoken about at our 32-week appointment at the fetal baby hospital, because they have offered me an amniocentesis, I believe, as of, it's either 32 weeks or 34 weeks, I can't remember. But because we're getting so close to the due date, we're starting to think now maybe we just won't and we'll just wait and see. Anyway, I can't make that decision all on my own, because that's something that Reese needs to be part of as well. I've just seen myself from the side of the camera. I just want to excuse the state of me and my hair. It really has been a rush about morning. I've not long got back from taking the twins to nursery and it's really windy outside. I've got a long sleeve top on because the weather has kind of got a bit cooler and a bit funny and it's threatening to rain, and I'm in one of those funny moods where it's like, is the Wicked Witch of the West coming over to just rain on everything? You know, is it just going to be nice days? But you know, I'm just a little bit all over the place, to be honest. I'm a little bit all over the place, I think, because my sleep pattern is not great at the moment. Sleep is a big issue. I am having those horrible pains again. The other night I had those horrible pains around my stomach and it was about 2 hours I had them. So I went downstairs, I had something to eat, I had something to drink. I was just trying to stretch it out, trying to get rid of it, but it really is with me now, and it's gonna be with me for the remainder of my pregnancy, I'm sure of it. I don't see it going away anytime soon. And I keep thinking, maybe I should just get one of those pregnancy support belts, because when I move, I think it's when the baby is moving as well. So it's like kind of the weight shifting and everything is really starting to pull down on my stomach. And I've spoken about this so many times in all of my other videos, because it is something that really does affect my pregnancy. And if you are feeling it as well, I am so sorry that you are feeling it as well, because it's not nice, is it? It's really, really horrible actually. And I've got another 11 weeks to go yet of this pain. But anyway, going back to talking about birth, and we're saying that the consultant is quite happy for me to have a VBAC at the moment, which is a vaginal birth after cesarean. I was also talking to a midwife as well, and she was saying this is baby number 5, so it could come so quickly. The more babies you have, the quicker your birth is. I was thinking, how quick is quick gonna be? Because the only time my body's actually gone into labour is when I had Summer, and that was when I was 24, and I am 42 now, 42. So I'm a bit of an old lady. Now, is my body going to remember to go into labour? With the twins, I had an elective cesarean. With George, I was induced because I went quite a few days over my due date, and then I went into labour that way. But going into spontaneous labour hasn't happened to me for a long time. My eldest she's 17 and a half now, so 17 and a half years ago, my body said, okay, it's time to birth this baby. So if that happens here and I'm at home, it is about an hour away, our hospital. So I've been thinking all sorts of things. I've been thinking, do we start planning different routes to the hospital? Because depending on the time of the day, different routes are, some routes are better than the others. It's a big mishmash of, because where we are, because we're quite far away, we can go many different ways. And I was also thinking, okay, one of my neighbours is a midwife, just in case, I go into labour. Maybe she's at home and she might be able to help me. There's always 999. Could always ring them and ask for an ambulance. Or maybe I will just start going into labour, or my waters will break or something, and I have plenty of time to get to the hospital and then finish off the rest of it there, which is what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that it kind of goes that way. I go into labour at home or wherever I may be, and then I have plenty of time to get myself in the car, get my mum round to look after the 3 little ones, and then myself and Reese go to the hospital, have our baby, live happily ever after. That is what I'm hoping for. The twins are actually quite excited about the baby. They can see my stomach growing, and they can actually see it slightly moving now, which is quite interesting for them. They don't really get it. They don't actually know there's an actual baby, an actual person inside me, but they like to refer to my stomach now as baby. And Rosalie is still saying girl, Noah is still saying boy, and George just does not know. Sometimes he says baby, sometimes he says girl, sometimes he just goes yeah when I say to him, what's the baby? Oh, he's adorable. So every week I look at my app and I will tell you how big the baby is measuring in length and in weight. Now, this one's, my goodness, this is what really gets me, is that they actually do a visual so you can see what the baby would look like inside you. Now that is a big old baby in there. Just shows how much they squeeze inside you. Right, so let's talk about any other symptoms I've been getting. I have been, I'll say enjoying, it's not enjoyable at all. I have been getting swollen ankles now. The bottom of my, it's not so much my feet, it is mostly my ankles and into my calf. So that's all swelling up. And if I wear socks and I take them off, I've got the lovely big deep sock indent, so I'm trying to steer away from wearing them now. I get pins and needles in my legs as well sometimes. If I'm sat down for too long, I can feel like my legs are starting to go numb, so I have to move and wiggle about, and then I have the whole issue of trying to shake off those pins and needles. Heartburn is horrible. Heartburn has been pretty horrible to me. I had some dinner the other day, and then I struggled so much for the rest of the night, and I totally forgot that I had Gaviscon, and I don't know why I didn't remember. I mean, that's ridiculous. I was in a lot of pain and I totally forgot about Gaviscon. So if you are really struggling with heartburn, Gaviscon is really safe for you to take in pregnancy. Now, you can get it on Amazon, you can get it in the shop, you can also get it on prescription. I was supposed to do last week, but I went to my doctor's and they said I had to ring up and make an appointment, which I just haven't done yet. So I'm hoping that I can still get it on prescription. But if you wanted to get hold of some yourself, I will put a link in my description box, which will give you a link straight to the Gaviscon, which I've been using. I'm also taking my Pregnacare multivitamins. I still take them every single day. I haven't been taking any extra iron supplements because they stopped them a few weeks back now, but I'm still taking my aspirin. So yeah, I'm still shaking around like a pillbox. My skin has been, it's not so red and upset like it has been in the past. I've actually changed what I've been using, and I've gone back to something that I used to use a long time ago, and that's Simple products. This is just a simple age resisting. That's because I'm old, but Simple is beautiful, absolutely gorgeous products, and this has worked wonders. I have been using this now for a couple of weeks, something like that, about a couple of weeks, and it has helped me so much. So I really would recommend, if you are suffering with sensitive skin, or if you have sensitive skin anyway, Simple range is absolutely beautiful. This is just the day cream. I also have a I think it's called a rice scrub, which I use on my face because it does get slightly dry now, so I've just been using that. Maybe about twice a week I've been using it, and it actually works wonders. It feels really nice. So I will link both of these in my description box as well if you wanted to go and take a look. I actually feel like it saved my skin. But that is pretty much it for my 29-week update. If you're new to my channel and to my pregnancy videos, my name is Rebecca. I am 42 years old and I am going to be a mum again to baby number 5. I have almost 3-year-old twins, an 18-month-old toddler and a 17-year-old, and now we're having another baby, so I'm going to have 5 in total. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. I make pregnancy videos and also daily vlogs, just general lifestyle, and I would love it if you'd be a subscriber as well. I upload twice a week at the moment, sometimes 3 times a week, and it depends how much time I've got because I am really busy here at home and it's gonna get busier as well. But that's fine, it's all part of my journey. Yeah, so that is the end of this video. I hope you really enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one, which is gonna be a really big one because it's gonna be my 30-week pregnancy update video. 30 weeks, oh my goodness. Yes, I will see you in my next video. Have a lovely week and take care. Bye bye.